Hello, Instagram. Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Noon. Boop. Here at the KASHA McKee Gallery. I'm Kasha, and we are at the Palm Beach Art and Design Showroom here in Lake Worth, Florida, 500 North Dixie Lake Worth. 25,000 square feet of world-class art. So collectors, interior designers, design industry, art aficionados. When you're looking for real art, you got to come here. We are starting with our darling Paola Sanchez, who is the Associate Director of the showroom.
Yes, we're just waiting on Kasha's special guest. He should be here soon.
Woody, oh Woody. Woody's a little tardy, but he said that he had a color that ran late, and you know how those hair people, the hair can take a while.
It can, and that's okay, because now it's my time to shine.
It is. Welcome, Paola. Thank you so much for being the extra special guest.
Oh, it's my pleasure. These are amazing.
I made you a KASHA McKee cortadito with almond milk whipping cream.
Yeah.
Not bad? You don't need any sugar?
Not at all.
Okay, so let's talk showroom.
Oh, it's so good.
Number one, you rolled in when? A year ago? Year and a half ago?
2019, actually.
Okay.
So I started in January 2019. Started off as a temp.
But you went to art school.
I did, yes.
And that's probably how you got the shoe in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you already knew Angelica, the executive director.
I did, yes. I've actually been in the art industry for a long time. My dad was an artist, so growing up,
kind of artist?
All of bronze sculptor.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
amazing.
Yes.
That's big leagues.
Yeah, it's really nice.
In Florida or?
No, from Spain.
In Spain?
In Spain, yes.
Where?
Madrid.
Wow.
Yeah, so he did
Is that where you were born?
I was actually, funny story. I was born on vacation, kind of. My dad
Where, Hawaii?
No. My dad had a commission piece here, actually, in Miami. He started getting a lot of commissions overseas. So my mom being pregnant, and they were both living in Spain, my dad had to come here, and my mom didn't want to have me without him by her side, so
she was due, and he got flown away, so he's like, okay, you're coming.
Right.
And it was okay to fly at that late date?
I think it was pretty early on. Like, she was here through her while being pregnant.
Oh, so it was a commission that was going to take a while.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So you were born in Miami.
So I was born here, yeah.
Wow, actually, destiny.
Yeah, actually in West Palm. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, so.
Another Florida cracker. Jacob's a Florida cracker.
Is he?
From Market Auctions, our guest from yesterday. Yeah, born bred, Miami.
Oh, he's incredible.
Yeah, what a great interview. For those of you that missed yesterday's show, KashaMcKee.com/video, and there's a bunch of them there that you can watch.
Yes. Yeah, you've had some amazing people on the show so far.
We've had some really great guests.
To see who else is going to be featured here.
The set list is in my Instagram feed in there somewhere if anybody's curious, but I'm not giving it up. I'm not telling.
Definitely worth looking into and looking into all of their lives and, you know, what they do, because they're pretty incredible, prominent people in Palm
the personalities, they all contribute to our life here.
Yeah.
And that's why that was the motive, really, to engage with local personalities, bring them to the showroom. Some of them had been here, some of them had not.
Yeah.
Gave them a wonderful first impression and talked art, talked events, talked however
careers,
they contribute and their history, etc., and how everybody really works together
for the greater good.
To have a wonderful life here, because life is great here. I love it. So back to you, my love. Mm-hmm. Your father was an established artist, and then you moved up the ranks. And when did you discover that you were artistically inclined?
So my dad actually passed away in 2004. So for like 5 years, I didn't really do anything with art. I mean, I would, because, you know, everything that you do
You're in
is
high school?
Yeah. And finally, I focused more on fashion design, which was my
So you were into fashion first. And you wanted to be a designer?
Yes,
Hey.
that was my like #1 dream. But as I started, I didn't go to fashion school. My mom was like, "No, like you need to."
Like New York
Yeah.
fashion school. Does Miami have a fashion school
I think
at that time?
they do. Yeah.
Okay. So you were into Vogue and all the glossy
I loved
magazines.
cutting up fabrics, creating my own designs, making dresses, skirts, everything like that.
What do you call that when you cut? When you cut the
seamstress or
when you put the pattern? So you made your own patterns. Excellent, excellent.
I did. I mean, and actually, my grandma used to be a wedding dress designer. So she would make these gorgeous wedding gowns.
Wonderful
back in, like,
influence.
The 50s and 60s. Yeah.
Did she hand bead and hand
Yeah.
lay and get the lace from Spain and?
Yeah, she's actually from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So she, I mean, gorgeous
Of course.
gowns.
Well,
But-
that's a wonderful influence. Do you think she attributed to your interest in fashion?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of it. But
So
I mean,
why
everything
did
in
you pivot?
art.
Why did you change?
So I started taking, just figured I'd focus on my AA first and then see like where I land with all the courses that I'm taking and everything like that.
Woody's watching. Hey, Woody. You're supposed to be here.
That's okay. I'm keeping your seat warm.
That's funny. Okay.
So initially I just started taking all these courses and I didn't draw much, and
Where did you go to school?
I started going to Palm Beach State just to get my AA.
Okay.
And as I was doing that, I took a live drawing course, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Live drawing is very cool.
Yeah,
You really get into a scene or a scenario where it's just you and a few other people. Did you do live nudes?
Yes. Oh, I love those.
Another incredible experience because it's, at first you kind of giggle, go, they just took off all their clothes. Oh my goodness, they're naked. You have to like be, okay, I'm an artist. And
Yeah,
at least that's how I went through it the very first time I did live news. I
yeah.
was like, oh my goodness, they're really naked.
Yeah, well, there's like it's just like so intimate. Like someone's just
Yeah.
completely at their,
But that's the
rawest
beauty of
form.
art. Art begins with the human form.
Yeah.
Right? And in order for an art student to understand that intimacy and to be comfortable with that intimacy and learn how to capture what you see, a nude is a perfect
It is, yeah, because
introduction.
when we go to draw, it's mostly it's what you want what you want it to be, rather than when you have somebody right in front of you. It really teaches you to draw what you actually see.
Yes, it teaches you perspective, it teaches you foreshortening, it teaches you lighting.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, after that, it just surprised me like what I could do, and I just became obsessed. I was taking graphic design course, everything.
So you were pleased with your abilities, your natural abilities.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was like, oh my God, this is so bad.
Did other people,
It took me,
did the teacher say, hey, this is great?
Yeah, like just keep working on it. I mean, it was honestly really pretty early when I started drawing where I was surprised at my progress.
What did you prefer? Did you prefer charcoal? Did you prefer pencil? Did you prefer?
For painting, I love charcoal, pastels, anything that I can
get your hands
touch
on
and move.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pastels are cool. Very difficult. Conte, also difficult. All right. So fast forward. You know you're an artist. You finally kind of figure out that, hey, I can do this. How did you fall into photography? Because she's a photographer, secret photographer.
So with all my art, it didn't come to me on why I do the art that I do. I just kind of love doing certain projects and certain things with different mediums. And finally, when I looked back at my art, I just realized that everything stems from something, right? And it's something about memory and like keeping something alive. I do that with mostly all of my art when it becomes
What do you
painting.
mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by it's a memory and keeping it alive? What does that mean?
For me, it's
is it nostalgia? Is it?
Yeah, kind of like nostalgic. It does. I do feel like I'm a little bit closer to like my dad in a way.
Oh, okay. So you're pursuing your art with your father's
It's
memory in mind.
And all my art's very emotional. Everything I do is just heavily because of how I feel and everything like that. But when it came to photography, which I completely fell in love.
How did you pick up a camera?
I mean, I used to play with the little disposable cameras as a child all the time. And I've always played with the camera. I loved taking pictures, and it wasn't until I started actually considering my photography as an art. It was mostly always to keep memories of my friends.
It's a good way to start.
Yes.
Framing.
Yes, and I'm
taking pictures of people's not easy.
And I think it all began, honestly, when I started doing installations. I had to take pictures of the installations. And
installations of what?
I did a couple of different things. But
you mean
for
like
example,
an exhibition?
Yeah, like I took an old dollhouse and I painted it, and I put my reflection of what it would be to be in a house, or like what you perceive the house to be as you're growing up versus what it actually is. So you do have the dollhouse where when you first initially see it, you think of, the perfect dollhouse, the perfect house, the perfect housewife, all
the stereotypes.
Right. So I took my old dollhouse,
painted it all black.
Exactly.
Skulls everywhere, flames up the sides.
It's actually pastel blue.
Just kidding.
I wanted to keep the innocent color when you first look at it, and because it was all pastel blue, once you start looking into it, you could see different forms of my own childhood. So it was a lot of reflection of me within it.
So you reenacted your childhood through the dollhouse, and then you had an exhibition with it.
Yes.
So somebody invited you to be a part of an exhibition?
Yeah, we did it for school. It was a school project, actually.
Okay, great.
And I had to present it, and I had it hung up so it was midair. You walked around it, and I had to take pictures of it.
Nice.
And something with figure out the lighting for that, and all the series that I did do for installation pieces, I think is what really brought me into diving deeper
discovering the technique of photography, because there's a lot of technique to learn.
And the lighting fascinated me.
Did you start with film or did you start with digital?
Digital.
Okay, so you jumped right into digital.
Yeah, I used to do
old school film. Started with film. Went to school to learn how to shoot black and white, actually.
Yeah.
Dark room, the whole bit.
I did take a film class in high school, but I feel like that was so long ago.
Right? It was a long time ago, like, no.
I definitely need to dive more.
All right, so what are you doing with your photography now? Because you are so ingrained here at the showroom.
Yeah, it's been kind of hard to focus on getting my art up and going, especially because I'm always here and focusing on selling and promoting other artists.
Do you have time to do any? Do you give yourself an assignment? Is that what you do now with your work?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to start doing that. I've been currently working on my website to showcase all of my art that I've done in the past. So hopefully.
Photography,
yes.
Right. Because I've seen some of your work. Oh, what? Stop. I've seen some of Paola's work, and it is wonderful.
Thank you.
It's surreal, dreamy, and I wish you so much more success with it.
Kasha.
And guess what? Woody has finally showed up.
Okay, I'm going to give you your... I kept it nice and
Drum
warm
roll,
for you.
please. Yay, welcome. Do I get to spank you and live IGTV?
I'm so sorry. That's what
okay.
happens when you're doing a blonde. You can't leave them.
That's true. That's true. Welcome, Paola. Thank you. Come
Oh, thank you.
here. So keep shooting.
Woody,
Keep
welcome.
shooting.
Thank you.
Keep
If you want a quickie,
shooting.
though, I did drink yours.
I'll be
Would you like
taking
one?
like this.
Okay.
Has my espresso this morning.
Well, I have other bevies too. Thank you, girls.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Angelica, for bringing you. Haven't seen you forever. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much. So do you.
Thanks.
So how have you been?
We've been busy. I've been busy. The episodes have been fun for the entire month of July. You are episode 19. 19! But you've had an extremely wonderful career. And he has a beautiful salon at the Esplanade, 150 Worth Avenue on the second floor. And you were awarded second year, 3 years in a row, best salon on the island. Is that right? Yay! Come on, I want more. Yeah, that is not easy. There are a lot of salons in Palm Beach Island. Okay. All right. So you're 16 years old in Lebanon, and you get whisked into being a stylist with no training.
Yes.
At a very busy hair salon.
So
there's a war going on.
So I sprayed this product on and pulled the diffuser down, and like the girl had curly hair. I did really absolutely nothing. I just put my hand like this 2 times in her hair. I ended up doing 5 clients that night.
Because they liked what you did?
They all look the same.
Oh,
just
there
different
you go.
faces.
There you
the hair
go.
is like the
there
same.
you go. Pump them out. Pump them out.
So he's like, you come tomorrow to work. I'm like, no, I can't come tomorrow to work. Like, I'm panicking right now because I've never done anything like that. So I was dating a few different girls. So I'm not that bad anymore, okay? don't think. So
Casanova over here.
So I'm like, I booked them at different timing. My mom, my sister, practicing. I called my friend, you gotta show me a few things. So he showed me a few things, and then I just came back and started, like,
hair
to do
things.
with hair. Yeah,
Right.
So then I went back and I started like working there.
So you turned into a hairstylist
Yeah.
overnight.
So 8 months later, I opened up my first salon. So I was
Because you
just
fell
before
in
my
love with it.
17th birthday.
So you fell in love. You fell in love with the lifestyle,
It was just
the daily
different. So
craziness.
You are an amazing artist, and
Well, thank you.
a lot of people ask me if I could paint. I cannot paint. I'm pretty good with structure. So my brain was always engineering, kind of like. I was very good at math, physics, chemistry. So for me, I started looking at head from a mathematical point of view more than a artistic point of view in the beginning.
Interesting. So abstract. That's where your hair cutting is mathematical.
It's all mathematical,
Eh?
and it's
it was
physically
a
actual.
natural segue for you.
I'm sure you're familiar with the golden ratio.
Yes, the golden mean.
Yes.
It's in my
so
work.
I cut and color hair based on the golden ratio.
Do you?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So for me, it's always people say, how do you learn? Obviously, I end up going and taking courses and different things, with judging courses and things. And when you're judging or competing, it's not just about cutting hair. It's about sculpturing hair based on people's features and skin color, body structure. So when you look at a perfect structural model, they call them 8 heads, that's your head, another head, and another head. So you
Okay.
have to be in proportion.
Yes.
Your hip is 2 heads next to each other.
Isn't that
And
interesting?
your shoulders is 2 heads tilted.
Wow.
So if you're a little bit out of proportion,
you have to do something bigger with your hair or smaller with your hair.
Exactly. So if you have shorter neck, you cannot do a blunt, straight cut because
The mathematics of hair.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need to write a book.
I am writing a book actually.
Excellent.
It's called Cat Has 9 Lives.
Is it about cutting hair?
No, it's about my life because I obviously growing up in Lebanon and growing up in a war and
So it's
stuff
a,
like that. It's just
biography.
you know.
Or a-
And a lot of people ask, how do you move on to the next thing? I had 9 lives, I will say. I've been shot, I've been paralyzed.
Oh my goodness.
I've been through a lot in my life and career, but I'm always smiling. And,
You are
and
always.
I'm truly smiling,
Always
not
upbeat.
like fake smile. And
It's
the
always
reason
great to
why
see
is
you.
because you always have to embrace every single moment of your life. So
I agree.
what's gone is already gone. You cannot replace
Yeah.
it.
Now.
The future does not really exist, so you have to live the moment.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
I'm with you.
yeah.
Live in the moment. Karma diem, carpe diem. Living in the moment. All right, so look, let's talk a little bit because you touched on when you dove in, you started with product. Fast forward however many years, you have your own product that you have adorned me with, and I brought it all. And today I used it all in my hair for you. This is a woody MICHLEB hair today.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
I used different brushes.
Yeah.
You touched on brushes too. We have to talk about the technique of the brushes.
Okay.
The wet brush, the round brushes.
4 bristle brushes.
Right,
like,
right. So, 8 months in, you opened up your own salon in Lebanon.
Yes.
How did that go?
It was really funny because I played on, like we had no phones. Like you will wait for hours to get a phone line. So I was
What? No
pretty-
phones?
Yeah, like you're in a war, right? Not let alone no phones. You had to bring in water and fill up, these big containers on the roof to be able to get water.
Wow.
We had no electricity. So
What?
90% of the time you have no electricity. So I will have to go put lines on different electricity lines of the streets. You hook up.
So you had to feed
Yeah.
directly from the street.
And we had generator.
And generators.
So when you get 2 hours on that line and then that shuts off, I had switches. So you switch breakers and
That's
now
the
you're getting
engineer in you.
electricity from different. So we had 3 different sources of
Survival.
electricity.
War survival.
And plus the generator. you know.
How to run a salon during a war? 101.
And
A war.
war, real war, civil war, and my city is where the civil war had started. So we
Incredible.
got bombed and snipers all day, every day.
Incredible. Well, how did you get out, and why did you get out? How did you end up in Toronto?
It's funny because when I got out, it was just because I wanted to travel. Really, it wasn't to leave the country. Even though during the war and all of that, and I've lost family members, like my dad and my uncle,
Sorry.
they died with me and stuff. And it was just really because I wanted to be able to explore the world, And it was really hard
That's
for us
natural.
to travel anywhere. They wouldn't give you a visa because you're considered a terrorist. So the first time I tried to
Anybody
leave,
coming from Lebanon at that time was considered a terrorist?
pretty much, yeah.
Whoa.
So it was really hard to, first of all, there was no embassies in Lebanon to be able to get a visa to go anywhere. So that's one big problem. The other thing is you couldn't travel even inside Lebanon. Like you were like almost under siege in certain area. And then the first time I left Lebanon, it was, I wanted to go to Cyprus with 5 of my friends, but we had no visa, so you could be turned back. So for 3 days we tried to leave and they were bombing the ships, so we couldn't actually leave. And so they brought hovercrafters that put 300 people on it, and I was one of those 300. And we took off, and it takes 3 hours to get to Cyprus, so it's super fast. So we get bombed, like bombs were falling everywhere, but you were not like, thank God we made it. 4 of my other friends, they got sent back. They were not accepted to go into Cyprus.
But you were.
Me and another friend, we did. So when
Interesting.
I went to Cyprus, I end up, I'm like, I'm not gonna just hang out. So I went and I applied for a position in a salon. And I got it, and then we ended up opening partnership salons and a hotel.
So you stayed?
In Larnaca. I stayed. I applied for a visa to Canada. They called me in, and my appointment was supposed to be for 91. I came in. They brought it in earlier. So when
Yes.
I had an interview with the counselor, she goes to me, you're going to be going and starting from 0 in Canada. I'm like, welcome to my life. I start
Yeah.
from 0 on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And there's only one way, is up,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I
God
ended
bless.
up getting my visa to go to Canada. So I went back to Lebanon. So I was
Did
back
they
and
warn you
forth.
about the winter?
It's a funny thing. Today is July 28th, right?
You arrived in the summer, and you're
I
like, woo,
got in,
how
and
beautiful.
and I was telling the story because I haven't seen my boys in Canada for a year and a half since the pandemic.
Oh,
since
that's
January.
terrible.
And thank God for FaceTime right now. I don't like electronic too much, but
Yeah.
FaceTime
saves.
is I see them every day.
Good, good.
When I went to Canada, I'm immigrating.
Uh-oh.
I'm 20 years old, right? We had no internet, like internet.
This was in 91, you said?
In 1990.
90.
So it was July 25th, and I'm thinking I'm going to the Eskimo, okay, because it's like
People were telling
Canada,
you it's going to be
cold,
cold.
ice, it's like snow, freezing.
Bring your
you know.
fur.
We had no internet, right? Like the internet is line that beeps for about an hour before you could even get a line. So I had no idea. I
Yeah,
honestly had
yeah,
no
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
20 years old, so now you could work out my age. and then jumped on a plane, immigrating with one luggage, $400 in my pocket.
Wow.
By the way, I still have $137 from that money that I came with. Okay, and I never spent it.
You're amazing.
Yeah. So I arrived to Montreal.
Woody. Oh my goodness, what a story.
So I arrived to Montreal and
Oh, you started in Montreal,
yes,
and
because I
then you
spoke
went
French,
to Toronto.
right?
You did?
Yeah, so it was easier for us to get visa to Montreal.
How did
than
you
it is
learn
to
French?
In school in Lebanon. Our second
didn't know
language is
that.
French. Yeah.
I had no idea. Okay, so that was a natural fit.
Yeah.
Jumped into a salon in Montreal.
Well, before I got to the airport and I'm looking outside and it's sunny like Florida.
I think I need some popcorn. Where's the popcorn?
You need a drink. Yeah.
I do.
And I'm like, did they take me to the wrong place? Where did they take me? Because I'm like thinking going to the Eskimo, and now it's sunny, a beautiful day like Florida.
You arrived in summer.
You know, and I'm like,
well, the summers are beautiful in Canada. Missing them just breaks my heart.
I know.
I love being in Canada in the summer and in the autumn.
I loved it in the autumn. It's so beautiful, the leaves and the colors and stuff. It's really amazing.
I'm going to have a cold brew. What? So Montreal was good to you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Montreal was kind of okay at that time. They were like kind of
Montreal's
going to the referendum and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but
so
Montreal's very stylish.
Awesome.
Like
it's really
the style
amazing.
in Montreal, they're very stylish.
Amazing.
So I could see you fitting in like that.
I did, but you know, they were. I looked for a job from day one, and I went to a place where they told me, "Oh,
we have
don't
10
need
minutes, by the way.
10 minutes? Okay, so speaking about whatever you want.
How are we going to talk
to me about whatever you
everything
want.
about Woody in 10 minutes? Aww.
So, yeah, tell me what do you want to talk about? You're reading my book, then my story.
Read the book. Okay, so let me see. Let's talk about how we met.
Yes.
Do you remember how we met?
Yes.
Tell me.
We were at an event, actually, in Palm Beach.
A gallery event?
Yes.
Well, hold on. No. We met at the Worth Avenue breakfast.
That's right. The
Hey.
first time. Yes.
So on the island, when you are a business, Worth Avenue, around Worth Avenue, very near Worth Avenue, there's a Worth Avenue Association group that most businesses join. And when I had my gallery at the Esplanade, I was on the second floor where your salon is, just behind you a little bit. I joined the Worth Avenue Association so that I could meet and greet and jump into, Worth Avenue world. And you were at one of the breakfasts.
Yes.
So we met there, and I think you probably, did you come up to me because I was blonde, and he's a blonde aficionado, and I think you came up to me and said, hey, I have a salon, we just opened up, come by.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes, and you invited me to your gallery as well, and I came to check it out. And to me, I always say it's if you want to promote your business and yourself, you always need to be part of the community. You have to work with other businesses as well, and you have to be there for everything.
Yeah, it's good to be ingrained, which is what High Noon is all about.
Yes.
As I mention on occasion that my personality, my guests, my personalities, my guests are all really ingrained in life here on the island, in West Palm Beach, locally, and you are one of the fabulous people that makes life wonderful around here. And congratulations on your salon and the awards. That's so fantastic.
We just renovated the salon, by the way.
I saw.
It's our second day in, so that's why I'm so sorry for being late.
That's okay.
I had like full book
I forgive you.
I needed like, and when you're doing blonde, you can't just leave.
When you're a rock star, hair celebrity, composer, you can be late because you're a rock star. All right, so the salon is at 150 Esplanade on the second floor, and it's the
Unit 213.
Woody MICHLEB Beauty
Salon.
Salon.
Yes.
And how was season? Was it busy?
It's been amazing.
Coming out of COVID, because I came to see you during COVID.
We've been so busy. Like honestly, obviously we have our booking, being super careful, making sure that everything is, timed right with all of our staff, so we did not expose anyone. Thank God for any of the COVID. No one ever got any COVID in our salon because we were super careful.
Yeah, you're super careful.
You know.
And your daughters, are they still working for you?
Yes, yeah, actually, you know what? It's funny.
They're
I
so
took them
adorable. And
out
your
for-
gorgeous wife, Amy.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's always about training your kids as well.
I love that
I'm
it's a
very firm
family
believer
affair.
They have to do everything. They have to learn how to do
I love
everything,
it. It's
you
a
know.
wonderful impression in those formidable young years to see how hard their parents work and how dedicated you are to your craft and how good you are at your craft and how other people love you for your craft.
Thank you.
So what a great, great set of parents. And Amy, she was in the hair business with you.
Well, Amy,
Like
she
she's
was,
in the front of the house now, but she has
was
some
on
background.
fire. Actually, her career was like just unbelievable. She was the youngest to ever do any main stages in the world, like, you know. And
Was she a
lead lot of
cutter?
the-
What was she?
She cuts in colors and styles. She does it all.
So
like
she's a
me.
bona fide
Yeah, we do
hairstylist,
everything.
hairdresser as well.
So we've done shows pretty much all over the world. We were named the power couple in magazines and
Really?
stuff. Unfortunately, about
awesome.
5 years ago, she got paralyzed with a Guillain-Barré from a virus, like a flu shot.
Oh my goodness! From a
And-
flu shot.
Yeah, and
Does that mean she got vaccinated this time round?
she did. Yeah, unfortunately, because when you look at the statistic of being vaccinated or not being vaccinated for what she had, it's better to be vaccinated.
Okay. All right.
So.
So now she's on the team, front of the house. Is she doing any cutting, coloring?
She doesn't in the salon because she's scared. Sometimes her hands don't work very well. But
Because of the
when
virus?
Yeah, but no, because she has still neuropathy and pain, and she just started really walking without braces about a year ago.
Oh my goodness!
And she was in a
Bravo,
wheelchair
girlfriend.
and stuff. Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
God bless. God bless.
So she does Fashion Week, though. You know, we do about 250 designers a year with Style the Runway product.
Yes, let's
and-
talk about your products. How did you end up like getting a product like Paul Mitchell? You know what I mean? This is like the other Paul Mitchell, but this is Woody MICHLEB, and your stuff is fantastic. I love the shampoos. And when I go to your salon, it's an array of products. You have several different kinds, and tell us about how you fell into this.
Well, to me, it's always about something that works. I've worked for a lot of product manufacturers as their artistic director.
I'm going to just come up close while you talk.
Yeah.
I'll show you
So,
his branding. It's really great.
I worked for a lot of product manufacturers as their artistic director.
Ta-da.
I was in charge of all the testing of the product, also creating the stories, working and seeing how the product worked, creating the videos, photo shoot, the ad campaign, training the artist as well, how to basically use the product and speak to other hairstylists how to use the product.
So you got your experience by promoting and discovering other products, obviously,
Yes.
in your business. Okay, so when did you make the leap and said, I can do this and I want my own label?
So
Because this stuff isn't like normal. I've got sea kelp shampoo
yes.
and conditioner.
So
This is
11 years
mine.
ago,
I
we
use
started
this.
actually with the Sea Kelp shampoo and conditioner, and we started the Woody MICHLEB brand.
So you started with this?
Yes.
Hey.
So the Sea Kelp shampoo has got seaweed, sea kelp, algae, essential oil, and
smells
lavender.
amazing. I love it. How does my hair look? You didn't even say.
A lot of the time, we use product that end up building up on our hair, and when the product builds up on your hair, it's really hard to do anything with it.
Does that mean my hair looks fabulous because I
Your hair
used
looks
all of
amazing.
your products
Doing
today?
it yourself also, it's just amazing.
I even used a big brush and a little brush
you know
and
that
a
if
wet
you use
brush.
our hairspray, this hairspray, the
This
overdress,
is in here.
you could use it instead of dry shampoo.
Oh, you
So,
can?
Yeah,
Just go
if you actually just mist it, just like this,
Right?
and let it
Hey,
come
watch
down,
the art.
and then and then brush the hair. It takes away the oil out of the scalp, but without leaving any residue or any powder on your hair. The other thing is you can actually curl your hair with this product. You could do anything, but when you brush it out, it's like there's nothing in your hair.
That's amazing.
So that's why it won a lot of, things in Fashion Week, where we were able to do the same models for multiple designers, and you're
Because
able
of your
to
product.
use product over and over again without building up on the hair.
Where's
you
it
know?
made?
This way is made in California.
Okay.
So it's all U.S. made.
American made.
And
Good
it's
job.
funny, we hired an artist. Some of the images that you'll see in our salon, on the bottles and in things.
I saw. Same.
So it's an artist we hired from Russia, and we own all the images for the brand.
Excellent.
So we want it to be a catchy brand, but also a brand that works.
So I have oil therapy.
This product is amazing for
You put
blonde
this
hair,
in
by the
wet
way.
or dry?
You use it on wet or damp hair.
Wet or damp hair, and it's so it's similar to the Moroccan oil.
Yes, but it doesn't weigh your hair down. So it's the molecular weight of the product is super, super light that goes deeper into the hair to repair your hair and help you blow dry your hair much easier, but without getting it to be oily
I use
next
this a
day.
lot.
Yeah.
I use this a lot. And
If you look at our C-Calp shampoo, you can see this product is super thick.
yeah,
It's really hard
to get out
it
of the bottle.
But you use very little of it.
Yeah.
And seaweed is the closest thing to your skin structure.
Okay,
So
molecularly
it balances
speaking.
your scalp, help with psoriasis. It gives you
Really?
a lot of volume. Hair super clean.
I put it on rotation. I don't use it all the time.
Yeah,
just
no,
so that
our product you could use all the time. Because
you can?
it doesn't
Okay,
weigh
I
the
wasn't
hair
sure, but I hold it close to my heart.
down. You can have as many as you want.
So here we have a Liquify Botanical Styling Gel. I have not used this yet.
This
'Cause I don't
product
know
is
how to use it.
actually
How do you
amazing,
use
and we use a
that
lot of this product
compared to this?
at Fashion Week. You know, when you create that liquid feel look.
Do you
whether
put it
on
in
men,
wet or dry?
You use it on wet hair.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then it hardens?
Yes. It does. It has
Hey.
18 different botanicals.
So it's good for
so
short
it doesn't
hair.
actually dry your hair out.
Is that in your hair?
We use it, no, I use multitasker. It's actually fiber that it's got a lot of stretchiness
Can
to
it
it.
touch your
so
hair?
Yes. Yeah, you can see it still moves. I still have a lot of movement through my hair. And I also use the overdress on my hair because my hair is really fine. And for me to make it look like there is a lot of hair, cheating. You know?
12:44.
Yeah. One more minute?
No, you know what?
Go
Let's
over?
stretch it. Let's stretch it to 12:50
Okay.
because we can.
Because I'm interested. Interested?
Because we can. So I have a test for you.
Okay.
Notice bobby pins.
Yes.
Your live test is to give me an updo.
Absolutely.
Ready, go.
All right.
Let's switch chairs so I can be
You
over
wanna
here
sit
for
in
you.
this chair, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
for our audience,
To our audience, and we can.
an
we could
updo
do-
for Palm Beach. A Palm Beach updo. Now,
All right. Hold on to these. All we need is a few bobby pins. So you caught me off guard. You didn't tell me you wanted to do
it's
this.
a test.
So, am I allowed to use a little bit of hairspray?
yes, just
Okay.
don't do it towards the paintings.
The
I'm
product.
not my
So
photography.
just so you see, our product, if you want to curl hair, all you gotta do is mist it like this, right? And I could actually curl your hair just with the hairspray and
Ah.
my fingers.
what do you
right?
call that? A finger roll.
Okay, you can see your hair. You can't see it obviously, but the audience could see it. So it's curly like this. So what we're gonna do is,
It's getting long. Have you noticed how long it's gotten? My hair, how long it is now?
it's very long. I
Yeah.
thought you actually had extensions.
No, sir.
You really fooled me, you know. So we're gonna take this just like that, and then we call it the elevator. So I'm just gonna put bobby pin temporary in there because we don't need too many bobby pin in the hair, right?
Now, are the ladies going to be able to do this at home?
Oh, it's so simple. All you gotta do is, so let me twist you here like this. So all you gotta do is basically twist your hair like that. And if you hold on to one of the strands of the hair and just pull it out like this, you're gonna be able to have a really nice texture from the hair. So I'm gonna take another bobby pin, but I'm gonna take them back out of the hair because we don't need so many, right? And just don't open your bobby pin because it will hold better, you know. If you open the bobby pin, it weakens the bobby pin.
Oh.
So we're gonna take another section
Tips
right here.
and tricks with Woody MICHLEB here on High Noon. Whoop! Grand finale. This is how we're going to close out the show.
So again, you wanna just grab on the hair like this, one string, and then it pulls everything up, and then one more bobby pin. Just temporary to hold in place. Okay.
Why is it temporary?
But I could take them back out and keep just one or two. You know, right now we have 3 bobby pins in the hair. So
If it's going to be an
usually
updo,
I will use a clip, just and you know, put the hair in up with a clip and just take them up back out. Right? We don't have one right here.
so what kind of updo are we doing?
What kind of updo?
Yeah.
It's a very soft, very whimsical, as we say, right?
Okay.
So
summer,
yeah,
flowy,
it's pretty
because it gets hot
natural look.
when you have long hair.
It's got like very nice flow to it. Nothing gets hard or tight. So now this is the way you want to take your bobby pin. Again, I said don't open it. So put it inside the hair and just twist it over.
Ooh.
And then it's in place.
I hope you're still in frame. One woman show here. I hope you're still in frame.
And
Ta-da! That was quick.
that was very quick, and you could do that at home yourself. It's
Da,
pretty
da, da,
simple.
da. So keeping the bobby pins in for your updo. Done.
Again, you don't want to use too much hairspray. It's really, you want to use very little, and like that, mist it, and it's over.
And then later,
You want me to take pictures to show you?
sure. And then later, when you feel like taking the bobby pins out, it'll be bouncy and
Absolutely. You
Right?
end up actually with like a little bit of a wave. And I think you look very pretty. There you go. So just to show you.
oh, look at
your
that!
style,
Beautiful,
right?
beautiful. Ah, I'm gonna come in a little closer. Do, 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 do.
Ah.
For the camera. All right, so now we're gonna say adios, Woody. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just so you know, we will be doing a season 2.
Okay.
You will
I hope you'll invite me.
need to come back
We'll love to.
on time.
On time. I will not be there. I won't book anything that day except you. I owe you one, and I owe your audience one.
Oh,
of
that's
course.
okay. But thank you so much for such an incredible story, sharing your story, your moving up the ranks, and how you fell into being a hair composer. Okay, the biography, 9 Lives, sounds absolutely intriguing,
And
because
that's
that
just
would be
based
great.
on, you know, the
The golden
ratio
mean.
and energy of also of colors
I
and
love
stuff
it.
like that. So you have to be able to know. Obviously, you're a painter and artist.
Photographer.
Color has energy, so you have to be able to put the color that the guest able to enjoy. Because if they're not enjoying their color, their energy.
Yeah, you
comes
don't love
down
your
as well.
hair. I know how that feels. I've had far too many not happy hair days. Woody, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you so much for having me.
Thank you for being
Love you.
here. We're going to say see ya tomorrow, high noon, same place, same time, with another wonderful local personality. Check out all of my social media platforms to find out who that special person is going to be. And we'll be wrapping up season 1 this week. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank you.
Woody.
That's
Don't go
nice.
away. I'm just going to say adios. You're the best. That was awesome. Did you have fun?
Yeah, you look amazing. By the way.
Yay.
The music is moving.